Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Tales of Suspense, issue number 100. Now, I don't know why they're calling it Tales of Suspense. I mean, Marvel 2-in-1 came out the exact same week, but that at least represents the Marvel 2-in-1. Marvel 2-in-1 was one of my favorite comics growing up, you know what I'm saying? And I still love to look back on those issues. They were amazing. Absolutely loved it. And it's currently being written very similar in that vein. But this is not that case. Tales of Suspense actually started off with having 4 different comics inside of one issue, 4 different stories. Then it went to having one half of the comic was devoted to one character, and then 2 more stories would show up later on. Pretty soon it was just 1-in-1. And it became the big launch part for Iron Man. It was actually his first appearance. And then later on, Captain America, which was his return to the comics after Avengers. But I don't see the point in this, honestly, personally. I don't see the point in it. I don't think anybody was calling for the return of Tales of Suspense, and this isn't the Tales of Suspense that it was way back in the day. I know, I used to love that comic. Nonetheless, this is actually still a really good story. I just don't know why it was called Tales of Suspense. But you know what? I'm off that hang up. I just need to get that out of my system. So this comic in and of itself, we have basically a very hysterical Clint Barton, Hawkeye, breaking into a funeral. And at first you're like pissed off at the guy. He's like, dude, you just broke into some dude's his funeral. They're breaking up furniture in there. Set the curtains on fire, set the whole place on fire, a funeral home. And later on, it turns out, okay, well, this guy was Hydra. So there's that. So you kind of had a little bit of a juxtaposition because, you know, are you angry at the guy? Are you happy with the guy? It was too funny. So either way, it's just really messed up. But it is really cumbersome that he just destroyed this dude's home and his business. And it's like, sorry, I got to go now. He literally tells the police, there's 4 police there, like, I'm going to arrest you now. And he's like, yeah, no, you're not. And he flashes Avengers ID badge. Whoa, dude. Man, that is unacceptable. Way to give the Avengers a bad name. Anyway, that being said, he decides to go into Chernaya, whatever that place is called. That seems to be coming up in the comics a lot as of late. And he goes there because he's basically trying to find out, you know, if it's Black Widow who's assassinating these people. And he gets in there, and all of a sudden Bucky shows up. Now, they both think that each other is there to kill this weasel dude, but it turns out no, they're both here to stop whoever it is who's trying to kill this dude. And the marking that Bucky winds up finding as the Winter Soldier, he sees that it's actually Black Widow's mark. So it's like, dude, what's up with that? So I guess Bucky's mark would have been a star. So, yeah, this was weird, man, but I'm digging it. This is a really cool comic. Again, just, you know, the earlier hang-up. But that aside, I don't know what else they could have called this, but this is a very cool comic. I'm digging it. I'm going to give this comic book an A-. So far, it's really good. If I did have to make any complaint about the comic itself, aside from the title, would be I don't think that Clint Barton would be able to hold his own against Bucky. Not like that. I just don't see that. I honestly see Bucky as just wiping the floor with this guy. That's just my opinion. But, you know, everybody's got their own opinion. That being said, Professor Bell, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.